Hello YouTube, I Fix It All here, Team I Fix It All. So let's go take a look at how I handle my bedding for the chickens to keep things sanitary. This is the area where they sleep, and that's pretty much it. They just roost and sleep in here, but they free range everywhere else. As a matter of fact, let's go take a look at where they do. Well, they're over the bank somewhere. I'm going to turn this pond off so you can see what I got going on here. That ain't going to work. Get that out of the way. Maybe. Hang tight. So Aggie's over there raising hell. Let me zoom back a little bit and see if that can. Yeah, you might see my back a lot, but what I've got here is a raised, it's a predator-proof chicken coop. What I mean by that is chickens have to go either up that and across a bridge to get in, or go up this and jump on the bridge. Let's take a look at the other side. We're gonna do some crazy camera stuff. Here we go. And right here is the other end of the bridge on a stump, bamboo. And it travels over there and goes into their door. Right there. Got their little breezeway opening where they gotta come in. So let me get you all set up and show you how I keep this sanitary. I got a nice nesting box at the bottom as well. Nesting boxes per se. Right there. But the idea is to get this house off the ground and keep them safe during the night. And then of course it's up to the roosters to protect the flock during the day, or me. Let me fix this camera a little bit. Hang tight. Okay, so what I've got here is I got a rake, and I'll just come in here and I'll rake, but I'll make sure all these leaves fall in the fenced off area. I'll rake this thing out. Not a lot of work. I'm not touching chicken poop. I'm not handling it. But it is mingled in with those leaves, and those leaves are falling down to the ground. And come springtime, I can just come down here and get a wheelbarrow of leaves and mix it into my garden with plants I set out or seeds I start. Or I can just till all these leaves that I rake up into my raised garden beds. As everyone knows, bird poop is very strong. So this is how I clean out their coop. It's real small. It's only like 6 foot long, about 3 foot wide, and about 20 inches tall. I hope I'm not messing with the camera. This is about a month's worth of add leaves, let them pack it down, add leaves, let them pack it down. It's about a month's worth, maybe 3 weeks. But every 3 weeks, I like to change it all out. So let me get this all raked out, because you can see there's quite a bit in here. And it'll reveal a chicken wire bottom that's open to the environment. Let me get this paused and I'll be right back to show you what it looks like all cleaned out. Hang tight. Okay, so there it is all raked out. Basically it falls behind this fence here that's right along the edge of my door. There's inside the coop. It's all chicken wire. And there's their heater. It's a cookie tin. Kicks on automatically. I used a device that's made in an automotive application. This is a temperature probe that was shoved in your radiator of a vehicle that would kick a relay over when it changed down to the desired temperature that you can adjust. And what I'm doing using that relay is to switch 120 volts on or off through this plug that goes up to the lamp sockets, up through the chicken wire, up to that cookie tin. That's mounted to the wall, and off the wall, a couple 3 inches, there's 2 light bulbs in there. And when the temperature gets down to 40 degrees outside, those lamps kick on and heats this up. This is my old dog house. Cardboard stapled up on the inside. That's the breezeway for the chickens to get in and out. Their door, the only entrance and only exit. And there's the pile of leaves that came out right there. And what I'll do is I'll rake those leaves this way. The purpose for that is come spring, I'll want to have easy access to the opening of this huge fenced in area. This area is like a 30 by 80 fenced in for when the chickens were younger, but now I leave the door open. They come and go as they please and put themselves to bed. Hang tight, and I'll get those leaves raked out of there and pulled over to the front right here. Again, because that gives me future access to that nutrient-rich chicken pooed leaves there that I can use on the garden. Hang tight. I need to get me a garden rake. It's getting kind of late right now, and Bob is going to come over here and wonder what I'm doing. Plus, with it being winter time, I have to time this event well enough to where time this to where I don't compromise the chickens as far as their place to be warm. There you go. Plus, when I do this, I end up exposing some good black dirt when they come back over. They'll see there's been some ground disturbance and they'll be curious. All right. So we're cleared out. Elevation is lowered right there because I have a feeder that I hang down there. Let's go get some bedding. I use leaves. Hello, Autumn. Hello, Eggy. I have 32 bags of leaves. The idea here is if I swap out leaves often, it keeps their living quarters clean. And sanitation is very important with chickens. It's my belief that if you have a clean roosting area, they'll be less apt to have the mites and all the other stuff and problems. And they'll, I don't know, happy chickens lay eggs. Let me throw some leaves in. Hang on, I got to set this camera up again. All right. So all I'm doing is just getting these leaves in there. It's pretty simple. Now I want to be conscientious of having leaves up to that lamp assembly up there. I don't want any leaves to be compromised near those light bulbs. Looks like I need a few more leaves, so I'll get a fresh new bag and I'll crack it open and add more leaves and flatten it out and dress it and get the food back in. Food and water container. Okay, so you guys might be wondering about the 32 bags I mentioned earlier. Maybe you were wondering why you just fell. I am too. Clumsy. Alright, let me reset this up. So everything was fine until that happened. 32 bags is from the fall. It'll carry me through the winter, through the fall, through the winter, through the spring, through the summer, until the leaves fall again. I'll be able to ration out my bedding material. I'm not buying hay. I'm not buying anything for bedding. Plus, this methodology allows me to keep them from having to sit in chicken poop and things like that. It keeps them a clean environment. Because happy chickens lay eggs. Mine are still laying, and it's December 25th. Merry Christmas. I mean, that even kind of smells good in there. It's not, there's no stank here. I want to add a little bit more leaves over here. There's a particular reason for that. Okay. Just spread it around. Alright. I've got this foam spacer that the food and water sits in that goes over here underneath this metal bracket, because I've noticed that if I don't do this, my water will freeze in the winter time because of the air underneath it. That's fresh food from a little bit ago. Get some fresh water right out of the pond. This pond is constantly taking in new water from rainfall or snow or whatever. So it's right here. Plus we don't have city water where I live. Put the food up in there. Okay, everything's angled right. Okay, let me show you what I've done for them. I'm done. Took a minute, but I do that about once every 3 or 4 weeks. There's a good pile of leaves right there that's full of chicken poo and decaying leaves. They'll come in here and perch on that piece of bamboo back there, and they'll pack these leaves down. And here about 2 or 3 days I'll add another layer of leaves. 2 or 3 days later I'll add another layer of leaves, and I'll do that over the course of 2.5 weeks or so, 3 weeks. I don't like to go a month, but I'm thinking it's right around every 2.5, 3 weeks I rake all this out, and then I put new bedding in. Let me put their feeder back. I have a under the Coop feeder. That stays out of the weather, and it's low to the ground. They can come up and snack on it, and I just add feed through this hose and my makeshift funnel here, and it follows down to there and builds up. Alright, well, that's it for maintaining my chickens. I use leaves, and it's free, and plus it's probably more healthy. And a lot of chickens out there that are caged up their entire life, and they have no grass to eat. They have no, I don't know, if you've got the ability, let your chickens run once in a while, or let them run. And keep their sleeping quarters clean. If you don't have a way to do that, keep their coop clean. Because not only does it breed bad things for chickens, but it also does so for your dogs, your cats. So anyway, Merry Christmas, everyone. You guys have a great day.